One of the biggest things I hear with players in terms of what they want to improve on is working with their weaker foot. Every player typically has a foot they prefer, a stronger foot. Most players are right-footed. Some players are more comfortable on their left foot, and They always say, "I want to improve their foot. I feel like it needs to get better." There's no quick fix to this, and I try to tell players this all the time. If you want to be able to use the other foot, you have to spend time using it. And then, so when I'm watching players train, the same player that says I want to improve their left foot, as I'm watching them play, they rarely ever use their left foot when they play. If they're in a passing activity, they're constantly trying to avoid their left foot and just use their right. And I'll stop players and ask, I was like, I thought you said you wanted to improve your left foot. And like, I do. I was like, why aren't we using it when we train? And the simple thing is that it's easier to use the right foot. Like anything, we want to improve in something, but we don't want to go through the uncomfortableness to improve in it. And this is the issue players have. To improve with that weaker foot, you have to challenge yourself to use it, and as often as you can in situations in training and in games. And the knowledge and understanding of this is just that you're never probably going to be equal. You always have a favorite foot. I love my right foot. I'm right footed. My left foot I tolerate. All right. But when I play, the most important thing for players is that they're not making decisions in games based on what foot they have to use. If they're making a decision because they want to avoid using their left foot, that's probably not the right decision on the ball. They're just making a decision or choosing something to avoid using that foot. And that's what I tell players the goal is that you're probably never going to be equal, but when you're playing, you can't hesitate to go to that other foot when needed. So if players really want to get better with that other foot, I challenge them is like then if you're serious about it, then I'm watching you play and watching you train. Every opportunity you get to use that other foot, you should be taking advantage of it. And if you're not, then you're not that serious about improving that aspect of your game. You're saying you want to, but when you're getting the opportunity to work on it, you're not. You're avoiding that discomfort. You're avoiding that chance of making mistakes and playing it safe and going to your stronger foot in training versus taking that challenge, putting yourself out there and using the other foot. That is what it takes to improve. So when players ask me, parents ask me, how do we improve the other side of the bike? That's it. The players have to take the time to use that foot in training, use that foot in practicing at home, and using it in games. And as a coaches, we have to make sure we allow that. If a player who's right-footed in a game has the courage to try to take it with their left foot and have a shot and misses it completely, or doesn't hit a ball as well as they could if they put it on their right, we have to applaud the courage to be able to do it and not criticize it. So if we want players to develop that way, we have to encourage them in those situations to do it. So it's on the player to take those chances in training and use the other foot, and it's on parents and coaches to encourage them to do it in training and in games as well.